begins here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They run once more with Taylor. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
After review the play, the rule on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout. But still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points. And this game is overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick 6 or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In a regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. The next score, whatever it is, wins this game.
And I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this, because knowing that the next point you give up lose the game for you, I expect them to be more aggressive, not just play a normal situational defense, but go after them, attack them a little bit, because otherwise the offense is just trying to find their way to get downfield and kick a field goal. Don't sit back and wait for them to make their plays. I think the defense needs to go after them.
Charles Davis says maybe they go aggressive. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They give it off here to the tight end. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. So that one will get them halfway to the 1st down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. On the handoff, Taylor. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. 1 overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Taylor. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. On the ground with a tight end. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. On 2nd down now. It's Taylor. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 1 overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 13-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the...
And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever.